I've already profited $1,000 with SPAY so far. Shopayment is the next generation in the e-commerce space with a true potential to 100x. Here's why. By the end of 2022, global e-commerce sales will reach $5.5 trillion, with sales reaching an estimated $7.3 trillion by the end of 2025. Almost every single purchase we make today is through e-commerce sites such as Amazon, eBay, Shopify, Etsy, Shein, and more. Amazon alone will account for almost 40% of all US retail e-commerce this year.
But Joey, there's no way a crypto e-commerce project like Shopayment could compete with Amazon.
True, for now. What if Shopayment became a leading competitor in the e-commerce space and you're part of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? You just don't know it yet. Well, the only way that you could know is if you stayed up to date on this project by subscribing to our channel and smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Put it this way, Amazon's biggest competitor in 1994 was Barnes & Noble, which had already been in business for 120 years. And to this day, Barnes & Noble's yearly revenue is only $1.5 billion versus Amazon's yearly revenue of $485 billion. So much for Barnes & Noble. Now imagine, you traveled back in time to 1994. You're eating at your favorite bakery with a friend who mentions Amazon and you say,
"There's no way Amazon will compete with Barnes & Noble."
You'd be eating a fat piece of humble pie right about now. All right, enough about Amazon. Every revolutionary expansion in commerce comes with a laundry list of new problems that need to be improved in order to continue growth. The problems that we face today lie within the payment systems that we use, specifically in regards to high fees, slow transactions, and restrictions placed on our purchases by third parties. Take David, for example, who bought a special gift for his father's birthday and later found out that his payment would take up to 5 days to process and then the gift would be shipped. By the time he found out it was too late and he wasn't able to give his father his gift on time, he was still super happy though. Or Katie, who bought $5,000 worth of furniture from an online store overseas, yet wasn't aware of the 6% in transaction fees paid to the payment processor and the bank that issued her credit card. $300 transaction fee? Yeah, I'm not doing this today. Normally, these fees are paid by the merchant, but in most cases, merchants include this fee in the receipt of the goods that they're selling to you. And finally, Angela, who wanted to buy her parents a few household items and wasn't even able to complete her purchase because her payment processors placed restrictions on international transactions. No home decor for mom and dad. Now, these issues are happening all over the world, and businesses and consumers are beginning to realize that it's time for a change in the way that we purchase goods and process payments worldwide. This is where Shopayment shines by bridging the barriers plaguing traditional e-commerce platforms today. If you're a business, you'll have the ability to list and sell your products on the Shopayment e-commerce platform without intermediary processors charging you ridiculous fees just for selling your products. If you're a buyer, you'll no longer have to wait 5+ days for your payments to process. There won't be a third party telling you when you can and can't buy something, and you won't have to worry about paying insane processing fees.
But Joey, the big institutions will never allow this to happen.
They don't have a choice, because blockchain technology in e-commerce provides better transaction speeds, cost reduction, better security, supply chain monitoring, and third world trading. The change is inevitable, and of course, where there's change, there's resistance from monopolies. Take the car you drive every day, for example. The president of Michigan Savings Bank himself in 1903 said, and I quote, "The horse is here to stay, but the automobile is only a novelty, a fad." Or Ken Olsen, founder of Digital Equipment Corporation, who said, "There is no reason anyone would want a computer in their home." And finally, Daryl Zanuck, whatever, a 1946 executive at Fox who said the television won't be able to hold on to any market it captures after the first 6 months. The fact is that we as humans are inherently resistant to change. Our brains prefer comfort, and any sort of change that we perceive as a threat causes a negative reaction. All right, we know that blockchain technology and e-commerce isn't going anywhere, but does Shopayment have the capability to capitalize on the changes surrounding e-commerce as we know it today? And can it make you money? Since we know that history tends to repeat itself, I like to look at similar projects in the e-commerce space, such as SafeX, a project that launched in 2016 and pulled a 58,000% increase to an all-time high of 10 cents by 2018. Origin, which launched in 2020 at around 20 cents and shot up to $3 in March. Or Utrust, which pulled a 500% gain in less than a year.
But Joey, those coins are all back at their lows.
Yeah, and so is every stock market and every cryptocurrency out there due to macroeconomic conditions. And just because a new listing spikes and drops doesn't mean it's a bad project, especially if it's in its growth stage in the middle of a multi-trillion-dollar market. Now, I'm currently holding almost 1.4 million SPAY at the moment from stage 2, 3, 4, and 9. And I'm not saying Shopay will have the same movement as SafeX and Origin, but as you can see, it's happened, and Shopay may be in the right place at the right time, given the changes coming to e-commerce. Not to mention, they've passed an audit by Solidproof, which helps protect investors like you and I from scams and rug pulls. Again, I've profited over $1,000 so far just from purchase bonuses and pre-sale. My average cost is sitting around 0.0013, and we're listing at 0.005, which is around a 375% increase. Stay up to date on this project and other projects like it by subscribing to the channel and smashing that like button. Remember that this is not financial advice. All investments incur risk. Always do your own research, and this video is for fun and educational purposes only. See you guys in a couple of days. Peace.